En iyi UFC dövüşçü tasarımları için açıklama kısmındaki linkten ürünlere ulaşabilirsiniz. İllegal kodu ile sepette 50 liralık indirim kazanabilirsiniz. Dövüş ruhunu üzerinde hisset.
Everybody always wants to know, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things happen behind closed door, right? Obviously, you've been out spoken about, like you want to fight Jon Jones.
Yep.
Obviously, Jones is trying to get his, whatever he's got going on together. Me and Michael were talking about this before you guys got here. This is the only sport in the world that I know of that you can have somebody hold your career back.
Yep.
Meaning that, like, okay, we have a healthy champion who has shown a little bit interest to fight you, not really a lot of interest to fight you, but you can't fight because you're like, I'm just trying to fight, but it's not happening, right? God. I guess speak on that. Like, how frustrating is it, for you, your dad is like, guys, can we just get a fucking fight? Because it's not like you're getting younger. You're only going to get older, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm quite lucky in that regard because I don't feel like I have a lot of miles on the clock, and the 32 is quite young for heavyweight.
Yeah,
so,
you're getting right in your prime.
I would definitely fight if I could. Well, I had a big injury a few years ago where it was like potentially career ending.
Was it ACL?
So I did a little bit of my ACL, but MCL, meniscus, and they actually took some of my femur as well off. So it was quite a big surgery.
Hey, your femur as in the bone?
Yeah, the bone.
Holy shit.
I didn't have a meniscus for a long time. So basically, in the area where my meniscus should have been, the bone like started growing to become like a shock absorber. They just shaved it off. It's
wow.
Weird stuff.
So you're telling me that your femur grew into the space where your meniscus is supposed to be in order to compensate for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So that was a bit weird.
Oh, it just grew into that space.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucking
bit strange.
Okay.
But anyway, I had the big injury, and then it was I was at a bit of a crossroads, really. Like, I made a little bit of money then.
Yep.
But I made enough to like buy a house and stuff, and then it was a bit like, do I want to carry on with this thing, or it was obviously devastating stuff to get injured in front of everybody and stuff. But anyway, it was a tough time for me. Came back, took me a year with the rehab, with the knee and everything. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
The physiotherapy and all that kind of stuff. So it was a tough couple of months mentally, but then once I started like working towards getting back, it was like, right, I'd see the doctor, I'd see the physio, and they'd be like, right, in 2 weeks, this is what I want you doing in the gym. I want you squatting down to 90 degrees. I want you to be able to jump on this box. I want you to be able to run a mile. I want you to be, and then you can start, start boxing training. You can do this, that, and then it was like I always had like a little goal to work towards.
Of course.
So after like a couple of months of being like sat on the couch, as soon as I could get in the gym and start working towards different things, it was great. And I felt good. And I was like, right, I definitely want to come back. Now I'm going to go. I don't have any injuries. I'm going to win the heavyweight championship. I'm going to become this legend. I'm going to knock everybody out and all that stuff. Like, I felt great about it. And I was on my recovery path to getting back. Now I've been almost a year inactive. With no prospect of anything apart from weight.
Yeah.
So now is actually a little bit more of a tricky time for me mentally than it was then. Even though
you had a reason for escaping you from the cage.
Even people then were like, people who was like, are you okay? Like, how are you dealing with coming back and stuff like that? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I've got this to look forward to. The doctors say I've got to do this in 2 weeks, or in 2 months I can start grappling. And, I constantly had like little goals that I could like work towards. Whereas now it's just like, right, just be ready and we'll just let you know. Yeah. And then it's kind of difficult, like mentally to be like, but this is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, not the fight is another thing. Yeah. This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's tough sometimes, especially. But you know what? Again, I'm really lucky with the team and stuff. Is that we're in a spot now where guys come to me when they've got a fight coming up. Yeah. So like they're in training camp because we have international guys coming as well. Yeah. We have like a couple of Croatian guys. We have a couple of guys coming from all different places. And they're coming to me when they're in training camp, and I'm like, look, if I ain't on the ball, they're gonna they're gonna kick my ass.
Yeah,
Like,
gotcha. So you're getting different looks. You're staying fresh.
Yeah. So like, I obviously don't want to be getting beat up in the gym all the time. So like, I've got to stay on the ball in the gym, even though I've not got to fight myself, which is again a huge advantage that I've got. So even though it's a tough time for me, I'm looking to I'm developing my skills all the time, which is good.
Man, I don't want to take too much of your time. So the one thing I've been asking a lot of athletes, you're still active in this sport of mixed martial arts. What did you do with your very first big check where it was like, you know, you made over 6 figures? Like what did you do with that first check? And then what did you do with your very last check you made? I know you made like $250,000 just showing up as a fucking backup fighter. Congrats to that.
Yeah, you wasn't supposed to know that.
That's okay. You're like, hey, can I go get drunk? I'd rather you wait. He goes, it's going to be expensive ass beer. Let's just wait, boys.
You wasn't supposed to know that, unfortunately.
Your dad's like, you fucking idiot. You're so irresponsible.
That is the world these days, unfortunately. People will sneak up and take pictures of you and stuff. But
it happens.
The first money I got, so when I first got, what's 6 figures? 100 grand.
100 grand, yes, sir. Where you're like, baby.
No, but
or not even 6 figures. Just the first time you made a paycheck. Like for me, when I got my first paycheck, and I was like, I'm gonna go buy a fucking laptop at Best Buy. It was like I think it was like 5 to show. I think it was like 450 to show, 450 to win. So about like $1,500. Mm-hmm. I went and bought a laptop. That math is off, ladies and gentlemen.
The first thing I did, because I got a bonus the first time I fought in the UFC.
Oh, well, good for you.
Unreal, unbelievable.
Yeah.
The first thing I did was pay a load of people back that I owed money to. Yeah, pay my dad loads of money back because I owed him. I owed a couple of friends like money here and there.
Yeah.
Because when I got in the UFC, I had 3 kids already, and I had no money.
How old are your kids? That way I can just have a time frame.
My oldest kid is nearly 9.
9? Okay.
And I've got twins. It's actually the birthday tomorrow, so they're going to be 6.
Well, tell them I said happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Will do. Yeah. Will do. So yeah, I don't know how old I think I got in the UFC when I was 27. So my oldest kid would have been about 4.
Okay.
3, 4, 5,
okay.
Something like that. Yeah. So I had absolutely no money at all. Yeah. Zero. Like I owed my dad probably 4 or 5 grand. Remember, yeah. No, I don't even remember. How much was it? More than that. I owed him a lot of money. And I owed friends like a few. I paid it back. And,
I'm sorry.
I didn't have any money.
That's fucking hilarious. He goes, you're kidding, right? You're fucking lying right in front of me.
I can't remember, but I owed people money.
Yeah.
So I paid them back. That was the first thing I did. Yeah.
And then what'd you do with your very last check? Like the last check that came in, you know, obviously you're still, I usually ask retired athletes that, right? But you're still fighting.
Yep.
What was the last thing you did with your check? Like you came in, you knocked homeboy out or you sparked him and you got the check. What did you do with it? If you want to share, you don't have to share. Like, don't worry about what I do. I'm not.
I bought a really nice house, but that wasn't with my last fight. Mm-hmm. So I bought like my dream house a couple of fights ago, actually.
What's Tom Aspinall's dream house? Are you on acres? Or you got 2 floors?
Yeah,
big
so
rambler.
I live I've got like a 3-story house, nice. And it's like in the middle of nowhere. There's no one around apart from animals.
How far is that from you?
Oh, not far. 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm still like in the area and stuff. Yeah. I'm just like a bit more on my own, which is great. I love that. But yeah, I don't think I really bought much from my last fight. Do you know what I don't really, I'm not a massive spender, to be honest. I've got everything I need, to be honest with you. Everything from now moving forward is just like a bonus, which is nice. It's great.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, so I hate to do it, but I am going to ask what you just talked about. If, in your honest opinion, when you look at Jon Jones, would you say it's a money thing or not wanting to fight you thing, or do you think it's a combination?
Well, I can tell you some stuff about the money situation, but I'm not sure I can say it on camera, so I will tell you that after. I think I think I'm a bad matchup for him, to be honest, and I think he knows it.
My opinion, I think it's a huge risk.
Yeah,
it's a huge risk. You're younger, you're athletic, you hit hard, you pose problems. We don't have much data on you, meaning that we don't know what happens if you do. And this is me speaking from an analyst and like my experience in MMA. Like if I was to fight Tom Aspinall, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, he's very fast, very athletic, light on his toes. Okay, he blitzes across the void. So if he gets across the void, can I take that shot? A lot of people have not been able to take that shot. So if he gets across that void and I get hit, I might go fucking down. That happens. You become the biggest fucking star ever. You just slayed the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes, right? Or if I go out there, Jones' eyes, if I go out there and I beat him, it was just as his words said, he's here today, gone tomorrow, right? So that's my opinion, like from his standpoint, or maybe he wants $30, $40 million. I have no idea, right? That's my opinion. Go ahead, give your piece. He asked the question. So it wasn't directed towards me, it was directed towards you.
I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it. I get it. It's just about the title for me. I just want the title, that's it. It does nothing else really matters. So, I get it completely. Get his point of view. Get what everybody's saying. Completely understand. I just want to prove I'm the best. That's all.
You're like, let me do my thing. Let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon. It's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight. I just want to fight. And like I said before, at the beginning of the podcast, is that this is the only sport where somebody's putting you on ice. And it's not necessarily, it could be not necessarily Jon. It could just be they're trying to make him do something. He was like, guys, I'm just, I got 50 million to bank. I don't really need to fight. And then you're like, can I just fight? Give me whoever. Give me somebody. I think I saw the other day, it's like, you and another athlete have the longest reigning interim championship of like 600, I don't know how many fucking days it is, but it's
unfortunately beat it. It's not a title that you want.
Exactly. But people out there keep track of that shit, and it's like, guys, I said this, I was very outspoken about this a while ago, when it's like, I thought there was no point, my personal opinion, there was no point, and no disrespect to Stipe, he's an amazing athlete, amazing career. I thought there was no point for Stipe to versus Jon Jones. When you have a heavyweight champion and you have the interim champion who's defended the belt, who are both healthy, that is a fight that's supposed to happen.